morning, Internet. We're on to about day 5 now of corn harvest. So we sent an empty truck down to the field we were in last night. He's gonna go fill that up because we got the grain cart sitting there full. That'll be a truckload. I'm gonna fire up the W900 here and empty this out because this is still full from last night. Once I empty this, he should be back with that other full truck. And then make sure everything's going good with the dryer, make sure that's running good. That's kind of our limiting factor right now. The issue we've got is the corn is about 24 to even 25%. Some of you guys are probably wondering why on earth we're out there combining it when it's 25%. But when you're in Minnesota, especially this part of Minnesota, we got to get out of the fields now. We've actually got a pretty good chance of 1 to 3 inches of snow coming tomorrow. And our drying days are over. Our corn isn't going to get any drier unless we let it stand all winter. And we're certainly not going to do that. So we bring it here and dump it. It goes in the wet tank. So that's all full of corn that hasn't been dried down yet. It gets transferred to the dryer, which the grain dryer right now can't run as fast as the combine can. So we've been catching up to that. So we're not pushing real hard. As long as we keep that running 24 hours a day, that's as good as we can go. But it's been going okay. Yesterday we went from about 8:30 in the morning to about 9 o'clock at night. So we get enough hours in anyway to keep the thing full, and things are going pretty good. So Dad just took off, and I'm just gonna make sure everything's running good with the dryer. Everything's on, we're set good. Kind of look at the temperatures, plenum temps. Make sure the top and bottom are both burning. That screen looks good. Then I go back here. Just make sure the air system's running good. We don't have anything leaking out anywhere. Everything looks like it's burning okay. I'll follow the air pipes back to the bin, make sure those aren't shaking around or anything, because if those shake around, the clamps will work themselves loose. We've done that a few times, and I don't ever want to do that again. It's a little bit noisy. I don't know if you can hear me or not. But I can see the both burners are going up there. I can see that we're steaming, we're good. We got a little load on the air system. Making sure things are good. We know how full it is because Dad climbed up there before he took off here a little bit ago. So we know that this bin's getting close to full. A couple times a day we check the LP tank. They were just out and put 9,000 in that a day ago or a day and a half ago. But we still check it, make sure nothing's up, make sure it's running at the levels where it should be. I'm gonna go get that truck. All right, we got the truck and the grain cart empty. I brought another empty truck down here. I'm gonna go ahead and check the oil on this thing. Then I'm gonna get her warmed up, check over a few other small things, and then we're gonna get harvesting that corn over there. So we are going, overall we've got about a little over 300 acres done so far total. The first 3 days went really slow. We had some dryer troubles. We were taking out some smaller muddy fields right around home just to make sure things were working. So we went a little bit slow, but the last couple days we've been moving pretty good. This field here, you can tell that it got hurt pretty bad from the drought in July, and we didn't get hardly any rain in July. And this corn worked up pretty good. It's a drier field out here. But the stuff around home was running better than we expected. Probably about 10 bushels better than we expected. But this is probably running closer to what we expected, but it's disappointing now because we came here after we harvested some of those fields first, so we were really hoping for a lot better here. So I'm dumping into the grain cart now, just pulled up next to him. Here you can see dumping into the cart on the go. And yeah, you can tell the corn here is awfully short. There's not a lot of corn here because it just dried up too much in July. We had plenty of rain in August, but all the heat with no rain in July just smoked some of these plants. We had a quick issue there. The cords for the automatic tarp and for the traps or the gates, whatever you want to call them. The juice that runs those, the cords that go in up the front of the trailer by the airlines that actually ripped out. Wasn't too big a deal. Stalled this truck out for 15 minutes, but we got her back together and we're going. And the combine didn't have to stop. So, we're solid. Like I say, this dryer can be put on full automatic, so it samples the moisture for us and regulates the speed at which it dries so that the corn comes out to the moisture we want. But the moisture tester that it comes with has been pretty inaccurate, so we run the dryer on manual and then we just test it every couple of hours ourselves and adjust the speed of the dryer as we need to. And here I'm putting corn out of the back of the dryer into the moisture tester. See if I can get you to see that a little bit. Line that up there. And it's coming out at a solid 17%. 95 degrees, so we'll take a half a point off that. We're coming at around 16.5% out the back of the dryer. We'll get it in the bins with the fans on where it cools down, because it's 90 to 100 degrees now, so it'll cool down inside the bins with the fans and it'll lose a little bit more. So we're probably about right, 16.5. It'll dry down around that 15% mark. It may slow down a little bit here, but it's pretty good right now. You know what the incredible thing is that it is in the mid-50s today, and we have had awesome weather for October. It sounds like it's definitely going to change. We got a good chance of 1 to 3 inches of rain tomorrow afternoon. So the weather is going to change, and it looks like in about 2 weeks we're going to have cold enough weather. If that stays with that forecast, we could end up with ground freezing temps in a couple of weeks. But for the time being anyway. Anytime we're harvesting in sweatshirt weather, especially harvesting corn this late in the year when we can wear a sweatshirt, that's a beautiful thing.
Of the set. Thanks for joining us on the Linder Farm Network.
Linder Farm Network. I'm back with another load, and man, I cannot stress enough what a beautiful day this is to be harvesting corn on the 24th of October when it's 55 degrees out and full sun. Is just amazing. We got 1 to 3 inches of snow coming tomorrow night, 70% chance of it. So we're going to bust tail today, and we're going to make hay while this sun is shining. Those pit augers have got sensors on them, so they sense the load inside the auger. That way they run the pits completely empty once the pit is empty, and the auger runs dry on corn. There's no more load on the motor. It shuts those motors off automatically. So they'll stay running as that truck is emptying. And I just climbed up here quick to check this holding tank or this wet bin. Make sure we got plenty of room left in here, which we do. Plenty of room for several more truckloads in there. Plus the dryer's running right now. Probably 600 or 700 bushels an hour going through there. So we got plenty of room. And we're going to switch to that soybean plot in a little bit here. That'll buy us some more time, because in the dryer we'll catch up even more. And then we'll probably end up harvesting corn late tonight to get this all full again after it catches up while we're doing the soybeans. This is how cows live where I'm from. Well, we finished this field of corn, and so meow, we're headed up the road here about a half a mile to put fuel in the combine, switch it over for beans, and we're going to take that 20 acres out, get that test plot out, get that done before the snow gets here tomorrow. Then we'll switch back over to corn after that. While I'm driving by this field, we've got the co-op out here today. They might be done now. They look like they got quite a bit done out here. But they're out here putting on anhydrous ammonia, or NH3. And what it is it's the nitrogen for next year's crop. We're putting it on now because we've got fairly wet soils, so that nitrogen will bind tight to the soil. And with that snow coming tomorrow and the cold temps next week, this soil is going to be well below 50 degrees in just a few days. And so these are good conditions to be putting anhydrous on. So we're going to get our nitrogen in the ground right now for next year's crop already. There you can see them, just barely see them going over there over the hill. Alright, obviously I'm back in the combine now. It's only about a mile drive over to this test plot, and I know that a lot of you want to see what we do to switch the combine over from corn to soybeans. And I apologize, but it's just tough. It's tough to do that. I could set the camera somewhere, but when you got 3 people and we're all in a hurry, it's tough to just set the camera up somewhere. So basically, what we did was we pulled the stock stoppers off the head, set the corn header down, pulled it down to the fuel barrel, got the fuel running, feed accelerator build to speed that up. We went to the back, we put the knives in the chopper, we sped the chopper up so that it cuts the soybeans a lot faster. We shifted the rotor because we got to run the rotor faster. Pick up the bean header, put that on. Once I got the bean header on, we'll start at the separator in the back, and I'll make a few adjustments on this screen right here to speed the rotor up, close the concaves down, and tighten up the sieves a little bit. Other than that, pretty simple. We got 3 guys, and it took us 15 minutes. Everything is pretty much on quick tabs and pins and levers, and you really the only tool we need to do the whole switcheroo is a flathead screwdriver. So the test plot went really well. We got that out. We had 10 varieties of different new Extend beans in there for a specific company. Now we've got to finish up our last 5 or 10 acres here of our own beans that are in the mud. It's definitely muddy. And I wish we didn't have to be out here on this mud, but with the snow and rain coming and the cold temps, it's not going to get any drier than this. So we're just going to get these out. It's actually not going too bad, so we're going to get these out tonight, right now, so that we can be completely finished with beans, go back to corn, and then we'll rally on into the night. Well, this just happened. I get through all of this without getting the combine stuck. Check out what he did. definitely don't want to do it too often. We're gonna try and pull this semi out with the combine. Four extremely experienced professionals, and we swapped this thing back to corn in about 10 minutes. Check that out, guys. How neat is that? That is a sunset right there. Well, I haven't been out of this thing for a while. We've done probably 25-30 acres since we switched back on the corn here. So I'm just gonna jump out, take a look at what it's doing back here, make sure we're not throwing anything over, make sure everything's still running good. It's about 11 o'clock. We're on our last round of the night. We're gonna dump headed back towards the trucks. We've got 35 acres done in this field right now. I'm trying to turn here with one hand. So we got 35 acres done in this field, 40 done in the field this morning. So we'll have a good 75 acres of corn done today. Plus we got 20 acres of our beans out. So all in all, we're switching the combine over twice. Switching to 3 different fields. Not a bad day.